they say that this is just an ideal traditional camp spot. And we can agree with that because we enjoy coming to this particular one. This is fairly close to our home, so I like coming to this one. But it's surrounded by 4,000 acres of forest. And but the campground, there's no electricity, which is fine for Maddie and I because we just use solar. But there's 27 RV sites, 25 tent-only sites, and they're open 24 hours a day between May and October. And the sites cost $30 a night. I think all the sites here on the Blue Ridge Parkway are going to be $30 a night, unless you have your senior Golden Eagle Pass, which I do, I'm so thankful for. And one thing about this particular campground anyway, is they have music on Saturday nights. It's probably the only one on the Parkway right now, I guess because there's not a lot of people working, so they don't have people to help do this, but there's people down below this particular campground that come up and play music, and they do it for free. And it's usually bluegrass or gospel or old-time music, and it's so much fun. So I really enjoy coming to this particular campsite. And everybody comes and sits. And this time you'll see with my pictures that they were feeding us strawberry shortcake, and just for free. They just came around and gave each one of us strawberry shortcake with whipped cream on top. It was really great. I met some pretty good people here. One couple from Paris. They were camped next to me, and they didn't know English real well, but that was okay. We communicated pretty well. Alrighty, well, we'll just continue on with our pictures here, and we will talk to you later. Bye. Bye. Let's see, the mountain laurel is in bloom. This is a pretty little bush. What's that little bird? That's a little bluebird. Look at there. You know what? Whoops, they just flew off. I found her again. There she is. I don't know where they nest out in the wild. She's pretty. It's really windy today. I don't know if the sun's going to come out. Can't hold it still. A lot of people are leaving today. Oops, there she goes.
Appreciate you coming to camp with us and spend a Saturday evening with us. And on behalf of the National Park Service and Blue Ridge Parkway, we welcome you and hope you enjoy your stay here, okay?
All right.
And we have music every Saturday night. This time of year it's at 7 o'clock. As the season progresses, it gets earlier and earlier and cooler, by the way. But we appreciate the volunteers that come. They do it out of the kindness of their heart and the love for the music and love for the Blue Ridge Parkway and love for the mountains, okay? And we just appreciate it so much. Sometimes we have one, sometimes two, sometimes three, sometimes four. Four is the max so far anyway. But we appreciate you being here. Hope you'll come back every Saturday night. We love having you. And we love having you too, David. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. At our house, the records that we had, oh, by the way, does anybody know what records are? Many years have passed since the summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the It's a long way to Harlan, it's a long way to Hazard. All the snow has turned to water. Christmas days have come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors, all that's left to linger on. I hate graveyards and old pawn shops, for they always bring me tears. I can't forgive the way they robbed me of my childhood souvenirs. Memories that can't be bought, can't beat one at carnivals for free. It took me years to get those souvenirs. Printed on their columns now that bind me, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman cried to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still might run in silence. Tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to. This 9-pound hammer is a little too. 1971, when John Prine put out his first album.
So I'm making myself a cup of coffee, and then we're packing up and heading. Oh man, I love the Mayberry Mill. It's such a pretty place to take pictures. So, but now we're heading for Meadows of Dan. It's milepost 177.7 here on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I'm going to stop and get me some breakfast and some coffee and let Maddie get out for a potty break and just to see what this little town looks like. Okay, we're just coming to Groundhog Mountain on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Patrick County, Virginia. It has a history that includes a wooden tower built in 1942 by the Virginia State Forest Service and a picnic area with structures that demonstrate early pioneer life. The tower was built to look for fires and other hazards and is located at milepost 189 on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's designed to resemble an old tobacco barn and has a single flight of stairs that leads to 360-degree view of the surrounding mountains, including Buffalo Mountain and Rich Hill. Well, that was fun going up in the tower. I couldn't get Maddie to go with me, so she just laid down there at the van just watching me. But when I came back, I was able to get her to sit still long enough for her and I to get a picture together. So that was fun. So you'll see that in just a second. Then we're going to head on to the Puckett Cabin, and I'll tell you some information about that as we get going. The Puckett Cabin on Groundhog Mountain is easily viewed from the parkway. It is a historic site that stands in tribute to the legendary midwife Orleen Hawks Puckett, who is to many symbolizes the strength of the Appalachian woman. In her own youth, she gave birth to and lost 24 children. Many were stillborn and the rest died in infancy. But when Orleen was in her 50s, a neighbor went into labor and no doctor could be found. This began her career as a midwife, and for the next nearly 50 years she traveled the Virginia countryside, never charging for her services, and becoming known for her compassion and skill. In more than 1,000 deliveries, she never lost a mother or a baby. Orleen delivered her last baby at age 94 and died in 1939. The cabin was her last home. So that was a lot of fun. That was the Blue Ridge Mountain Music Center, Blue Ridge Music Center. And they had a group there called the String Mountaineers, I think it was. And that was a lot of, they were good. They were really good. But we're going to head on down, down the Blue Ridge. Here we go. Okay, we're still heading south on the Blue Ridge Parkway, but we are coming to a detour. We have to get off. They're working on the roads and the bridges, or the tunnels, I think. So we're going to be getting off here. I think it's around milepost 230, and we're going to have to head down, I think it's towards Sparta. I think we're going to go into Sparta, which is good. I need gas. And so we'll see what it looks like down below. Aren't the cloud formations so beautiful? I've actually enjoyed coming down off the mountain, except that they're working on this road also, so that's not very good. We've had to stop quite a few times, but just seeing different scenery, it's always fun. I just enjoy just seeing new places, and it's always nice when the clouds are pretty, because I like the weather when it's nice like this, and it's nice and cool. Of course, it is cooler up on the parkway, but we've enjoyed it so far. So we've arrived in Sparta, and I'm looking for a service station now. It's a small little town, kind of busy today. I have no idea what day it is, but look at that pretty little building. So we pulled into this Exxon station. Their gas was a little bit cheaper. It's $3.20, so that was pretty good compared to at home. And when I went in to get my receipt, I also had to get a little piece of pizza, and that was really good. I was hungry. And here's a stop that we had to make. I think we sat here quite a while waiting for the road to clear. Well, we're finally heading back on the parkway. This is so great. But it's kind of funny, instead of going south, we're going to have to head north to get back to Dalton Campground. And I really want to go to that campground. So we just have to go back a little ways to where it actually detours off. But that'll be fun, just going into Dalton for the night, or maybe 2 nights. So we're finally back on the parkway, heading north. That's okay, but we're heading toward Dalton Campground, and we only have about 8 miles to go. So looking forward to getting to the campground and setting up for the night. So we were at Dalton Park. It's not a state park, it's a federal park, that's what they call it. So we get to use our pass, senior pass, to get in. So I'm staying here 2 nights. Maddie! So it's really pretty up here. There's not very many people. So they let me come over on this A-loop right now. And if not, then I get to stay there another night. Otherwise, I'll just move to another site. That'll be okay. I don't mind that. He's making himself a shower tent. Okay, we're in Dalton Park. And we're walking. We need to walk. Come on, Maddie. See our van behind us now. We came up on the hill behind it. Alrighty. Good. Alright, so let's show you where we're going. So now we're coming to the back of the van. Come on, Matt. Come on. You don't want to come? Huh? Come on, Matt. What's wrong, Maddie? You don't want to go? Huh? You don't want to go? All right. Maddie, we gotta walk some. So much moss up in here. You don't want to go, Maddie? Yay, Maddie, good girl.
I see it. No, give it to me. Oh, she smacked me with it.
Oh,
What's this?
that's her ramp.
For in there?
It helps her get up into the van. Of course, here it's not very high.
Wait. Oh, she don't want to break. Okay, stay.
Walking down the road, I once loved a woman, a child I'm told. I give her my truck, they can't fly, just from the smell in that good old mountain dew. Calling that good old mountain dew. Then I refusing her fuse. I'll hush with my luggage, fill up my jug with that good old mountain dew. Yes, that good old mountain dew. And then we could get a few. I'll hush up my luggage, fill up my jug with that good old mountain dew. Now, Mr. Roosevelt, perhaps she'll be for me.
All right.
It's bury me beneath the willow.
I didn't catch your last name.
I didn't pitch it.
Well, I wanted. Well, can you pitch it then?
Yeah, my last name is Cicchetti.
Cicchetti. Okay.
It's Italian.
Italian. Okay.
And more behind that too. Simon's baby.
You and me.
When the sun came, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island.
Just off the parkway at milepost 238.5 stands the Brenniger Cabin, one of the relics showing human habitation along the ridgetops of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Originally part of a 125-acre farm purchased in 1876 for the princely sum of $200, this cabin was the home of the bachelor Martin Brenniger for 2 years until he took for his wife the 16-year-old Carolina. On this farm they raised 4 children as well as crops of food to sustain them through the year. Martin made shoes and acted as a justice of the peace and a notary republic. When he died in 1925, Carolina became the sole owner of the farm. In 1935, when the Blue Ridge Parkway made plans to come through their farm, she sold it to the state of North Carolina for inclusion in the Parkway lands. As was common at the time, the National Park Service granted her lifetime rights to the cabin, which would have allowed her to live on the property for as long as she wanted. But shortly after the park was established, she left the farm, saying the traffic had made her mountaintop home too noisy a place to live. Well, we had a wonderful time here at Dalton Park, making new friends and hiking and seeing all the beautiful scenery. And we kind of hate to leave, but today we are heading on down the parkway, making our way to, I think it's Julian Price Campground. But we know there's a lot of adventures between here and there, so we'll take you along with us. Just check out the next video.